Alright, so here's a quick vid. I'm gonna show you guys the basics of pretty much play calling and scheming because I'm gonna make a couple videos on certain playbooks so people could get them about beating zones and just the overall state of the game. As you see, I'm going against the fucking Nets. They just got Blake Griffin, everybody picking people. I don't really have a problem with people picking like these cheesy ass teams. Plus, especially when people get new people, they want to test them out. So I really wanted to do this when somebody got Blake Griffin, see how they play with him and how they use him. I thought he was going to run Blake either starting or like center off the bench, but he decided to go size. I was going to take advantage of that, but as you can see, he didn't. I think later on he does when he realizes he can't really. None of these dudes on this fucking game, for one thing, dude, their scheming is terrible. They all run in head first. It's still like that. I don't like that shit. I do like the fact they added the charges are easier to get. You don't have to literally sit there and call a charge anymore. It should have never been like that. We got dudes running head first. That shit is wild. So that's good. And I don't like the fact people can turn off the fucking shot timing and layup timing and shit. Like, okay, if you're gonna take it off your layup timing, you should have to use layup aiming or something. And layup should be a lot easier when there's a size mismatch. Not that one. I think that takes that would make it where you have to use better layups. And I do know people like LeBron can make layups over small guys, so they wanted to. People don't like missing when they got fucking Kyrie on them and then they're going up with LeBron. So yeah, just make layups easier when you have smaller people on you. That's a quick solve. Here I showed how you add a play and added a play to a playbook. I did my defensive settings. And when you do defensive settings, you don't want to go to each singular player unless like I don't know, you like your shit done exactly one way so you remember how to play everybody. But when you got people calling off ball screens and on people like you don't really care to guard and people that's not that good, like when somebody calls a screen with Joe Harris, you're just gonna automatically either go over or you're gonna play that yourself because you know Joe Harris ball handling is not that good. Like maybe you do individuals for fucking like the Warriors or the Miami Heat, the classic teams, because they do have like singular players that can really fuck you up in different ways. Especially the Miami Heat team with Chris Bosh, D Wade, Chalmers, and fucking LeBron. But this guy was like he was sagging off, but then like when he would go against he did not want to let my superstars go against the CPU. I realized that early. His idea was let those other dudes, which a lot of people do, let those other dudes get the ball, but don't I have to guard Paul George and Kawhi, which is actually a smart thing. In this game, bro, I made so many whites. I'm not gonna lie. This dude made a ton of whites too, so I didn't feel bad. But the whites on this game is terrible, bro. They got to do something about it, bro. I don't like watching whites go in. I don't give a fuck who's making them. Like Nah, we weren't talking during this game either. I see our mics popping up. He was talking on the phone to somebody. I think I was talking on the phone. And I was playing music too. So that's why I think I have this shit muted. My music wasn't extremely loud. You can see my like mic go off, but like you moving around while you're playing and you're doing a whole bunch of other shit. You on your phone and all that. Plus, you wasn't like playing super sophisticated where I gotta focus in. Like a lot of people, they make those excuses. They wasn't focused. Man, this is a video game, bro. It is not that hard to fucking play. You're not playing for money. Unless you're playing for money against somebody that's really, really good. And there's not that many people really, really good. I could probably count like back on my fingers people that are really, really good. Because I played damn near everybody in the last fucking 6 years. And I know who carry over and is pretty good. I did see like somebody post a video talking about there's no more All Star team up. There is. I don't know where people got that info, I know they made this fucking layout, this menu layout, fucking retarded. But there is an all-star team up. You can do private, and as far as like the player control, that is all-star team up. I know people don't like that shit. I didn't like it when they started it like that too. Like there was like a player control. Nobody even plays player control in there because fucking retarded trying to find people. It was a waste. We put the 3v3 mode with the women. Barely anybody plays that shit, man. I played that shit. I did that. I played it like maybe 10 games, and I played with the same people every 10 games. So, and then you don't even get a full squad. It'll be like 2v2 or 1v2, shit like that. It's terrible. Let me just get rid of that feature because it didn't work out. And I know that like people be like, "Oh man, everybody don't have PS5." Man, even if everybody had PS5, man, this shit. I know. As the game grew, you can tell, and as more people got PS5s, you could tell because I would play against the same fucking people in the park, in a wreck too. You'll see them. You start remembering people's names. Um, but yeah. So I just added a quick play, a quick little money play. You know, I find the money plays. And right here, I think I'm using a regular Clipper playbook. I don't know why I didn't you call a lot of their plays. It's probably because he was leaving me wide the fuck open. Sometimes you could call plays. Sometimes when they leave you open, you just gotta take them shots. Now maybe if I didn't have a shooting team, like a classic team, I would call plays, and that's what you need to do too. Everybody call 3-point plays, but they already when they leaving you open at the three, you gotta take it. Like if I had like a mid-range shooter like a DeRozan, I can't be calling 3-point plays because he's guarding the three, and you know, whenever I run in, he's sagging off. So I'm stuck. Like I need to find a play for that, and that's what people need to worry about play calling. Because not everybody on this game, like a Lou Will, I don't want to shoot threes with Lou Will. I'm not gonna lie to you. Unless he's wide open, I'll take it. But his jump shot is so fucking slow. It's garbage. Over the last 4 or 5 years, his jump shot has been dog shit. One of the worst in the game. I don't even know how I used to win with the motherfuckers on 17, bro. When you look back at it, I was a fucking goat. Like, bro, I used to play the fucking weak ass Clippers on 17 with fucking the best player was goddamn Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous. Like, Shai Gilgeous ended up coming a beast. I knew he would, but I think he was the best overall player, 84 when they traded Tobias. Or maybe that was 18, I don't remember. I think it was 18 or 19. Yeah, 18 or 19 when he traded Tobias. So, um, yeah. See, as you can see, he's playing. Looks like a zone. Yeah, right there. All right. Let me tell you guys how to figure out what is zone. Zone. This is 2-3. He's playing right here. How do you know? Because there's people guarding the corners. How do you know when it's 3-2? The corners are open usually. That's basically how you figure out the zone. 2-3 they guard the corners. 3-2 they guard the wings. I should say 3-2 they guard the wings. See how that is? I know it's 2-3 when I see them coming over. They gotta fix the passing on this game, bro. That should have been a way smoother pass and look way better. If they're not gonna bring back the old passing, like the passing where you could make people cut in, I don't know why they took that shit out. They added some shit where like you could lead pass, but it's not really the cut pass. So they need to fix that. What else? Alley oops on this game are pretty overpowered, so I have no problem with that. Um, what else? The off-ball defense, the computer defense on steals is a little bit too high. Like the computer don't guard correctly. I don't like that. Like they go for steals all the fucking time. I don't even press square. I understand if you're pressing square off ball, but the computer steals it. Like they'll even get them. Like they smack it out the back of your hand even while you're holding L2 and shit like that. But when it's time to step up, they don't step up on shooters. And they guard the fuck out of people that can't shoot. Like it needs to be a rating, like a 70 where they switch and shit. Like if the player doesn't have a 70, don't make the AI go guard somebody that they're sagging off of. Don't make them run to go guard somebody unless it's part of your settings. It should be a default AI setting fix. As you can see, man, I could not green this game, but in my defense, I wasn't really playing with the Clippers. I was playing with a whole bunch of different teams, and I wasn't really playing that much. Like this whole week, I recorded this. I wasn't really playing that much. I was playing fucking Fight Night Champion on Xbox and going playing UFC. I wasn't really playing 2K. And then when I did play, I played with like the Miami Heat, who have the weakest fucking jump shots on this game. I played a little bit with the Suns, and I played with a bunch of teams, the Spurs with the Rosen, and I was just testing different playbooks so I could find some money plays, see who got the best playbook. And to my surprise, the Charlotte Hornets had an amazing playbook. Amazing. They got some different type of plays on that playbook, so I'm gonna definitely show that. When it comes to beating the zone, I would say that the Rockets have the best plays. When the in terms of pick and roll, this stock Clippers play, yeah, this play looks crazy. We're just pick and rolls. When it comes to 3-point plays, that user playbook too, I fuck with the 3-point plays in that one. That one has like amazing 3-point plays. You get wide open off of crazy shit. So I'm gonna definitely show that. That's like a for more of the fucking whatchamacallit classic teams, they use user playbook too. Um, the Heat have like a range of plays that's different. They get you open in different situations and get you cuts to the basket, kind of like how they play in real life. So I like that playbook. Now the Sixers playbook, they got some solid plays that like it's off ball movement and it forces people to play on ball, which definitely what you want with the Sixers, because you already know if you're playing off ball against the Sixers, you're gonna get fucked up. That fool Ben Simmons is fucking retarded on this game, bro. It's not even cool how they have him. That is probably the worst team to go against on this fucking game. No matter who you have, you're gonna have a mismatch with them. It's not fucking cool. I even used them just to see how crazy it was, bro. You didn't have to have any skill to use them. Like in terms of this gameplay, that is the hardest team to beat on this game. And don't have a tier 3 team against them. Oh my god, it's gonna be fucking annoying. Cause you know all the tier 3 teams, they have fucking major weaknesses. Either they can't shoot, they got little ass team, they can't fucking defend. It's just, oh man, they can't handle the ball. It's as you get to like tier 2 teams, your team has strengths and weaknesses, and like you could do subs and shit for situations on the tier 2 and tier 3. You can't even sub out for certain situations. It's like using the Hornets, your low post defense is gonna be garbage. It is nothing you can do about it. You just gotta force the three or something. And then some teams, they got like big men with shooters around them, like fucking what's that fucking team? Uh, like what's it? Oh, like that fucking Trailblazer team. A lot of people don't use them, but that is one. Or maybe you going against the fucking Spurs with Tim Duncan. Oh man, I don't know what the fuck you gonna do. Cause you gonna get posted up by Tim Duncan if you help. They gonna be passing out to Tony Parker, Patty Mills, and it's just gonna be automatic, bro. It's gonna be annoying. As opposed to if you pick like a tier 2 team like the Jazz, who don't really have shooters, but they have the defense, and you can sub out, put like some two good shooters in, and make up for it with your pick and roll and with a person. Like you can make up for it with tier two teams by subbing out. Maybe it won't be as like a stop to it. Like if you do use the Spurs, you won't be able to completely stop Tim Duncan, but you'll be able to slow him down a little bit without having to give up the three type shit. So yeah, so this guy, I was gonna call plays, but he's like literally giving me the shots I want, and sometimes that happens. It's just I had to make my shots. Now, if I had a team that couldn't shoot, like, and plus I knew this team, I was just like, bro, I didn't even know how I wasn't greening. I feel like I timed my shots a lot more at the end. I knew in the beginning I was like, man, I'm just off, but at the end I felt like I was timing my shots, and I was like, yeah, I'm just not greening. I thought maybe my players were tired, but I've never been one of these dudes to keep people in the whole game. I'm just not. That's just not the way I play. Mm. As you see, he's trying to get that mismatch. The only thing about Patrick Beverly, bro, he fouls a lot on this fucking game, bro. He is his AI, and I don't even go for steals like that. As you can see, like, I press it one time, I'm not gonna keep spamming it, bro. That's just not me. You see, man, he's making a lot of bullshit ass layup. Shit was pissing me the fuck off. Now, in terms of the best overall players on this game, like to use, like I'm gonna say Paul George is the best, like current. I ain't gonna talk about classical because too many of them motherfuckers. I know that Shaq is pretty garbage on this fucking game though. Like you could do with Shaq what you do with Ryan Hollins. Like Ryan Hollins is probably one of the lowest overall niggas that's really fucking good on this game. He's been good for the last 3 years, but on this game he's deadly though. Like everybody seen like the video where I posted like 50 points and shit with Ryan Hollins on somebody. Man, that break your fucking spirit. Allergies. Um, but overall, best players to use, like in terms of weapons and easy to use and shit like that, I'm gonna say Paul George, number one. I put him over like LeBron, KD. Number one, Paul George. Number two, I'm gonna have to go Damian Lillard. Like that motherfucker's a beast on here. I'm talking about moving threes and shit. As you master his moving three, it is over, dog. Even with his lack of defense, like he has the athleticism where you can guard people. So, who's number four? Three, number three. Ben Simmons. Oh my God, this update. He wasn't until this last fucking update, but Ben fucking no. I'm gonna go Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is nasty. He has an easy fucking jump shot. It greens. He has a fadeaway. He has a fucking post scoring takeover, which is always the easiest to get, easiest to use, and it pretty much gets you open. Like what other takeover gets you wide open? Like the playmaking takeover, it helps you get open, but you gotta actually execute the moves and shit. You gotta time them. Plus, like you have to actually make the shot. With the fucking post scoring takeover, you just have to do a move and it killed it down there and put somebody in a fucking hesitation mode. So at Joel Embiid number three, um, number four, I'm gonna probably go with fucking Ben Simmons. That's what makes this game. He has fucking defense like crazy on his game. You know his defense isn't like that in real life. Like he's an off-ball defender, and his on-ball defense is basically him having a size mismatch. That's all it is, man. When he goes against them good dudes, they be cooking his ass. It's just a fact. He ain't like a Curry, like, oh man, he can't go. No, he can guard, but when he go against them dogs, he can cook. Like, he turn him into hot dog, nigga. Cooking that motherfucker. Um, what else? Uh, um, number five. Who the fuck would I put number five? I want to say LeBron, but yeah, I don't know, man. James Harden is a fucking beast on this game, bro. He was feeling himself. He thought it was over. I'm like, bro, I just put my starters back in, bro. I be playing the fuck out my bench. That's how confident I am. And I put in the killer team, bro. Just the killer team. You can always sub, if you need size, you put, motherfucking Zubac in, and, or Kabanga and fucking, and, Ibaka in. But if you need to just defense and shooting, just the killer team right here. Batum. If you got a better shot with Morris, if you feel you better with Morris, you put in Morris. Whoever you shoot better with. But I was off of Morris, so I just put Batum in for the arm length. Get them blocks when he driving in on me. So yeah, I ended up dog walking him in the fourth quarter. It's killer team time. You see my niggas all filled up. You know my niggas filled up. That I ain't gonna lie, he did to me what I did to him when I act like I was going up. He didn't. So he got me back with that. But yeah, I want to say James Harden probably number five, bro. You see, he be dunking on shit. He get every foul. The nigga could shoot, and he has the slash and take over when he really had the playmaking or the shot creating take over. But if he had that motherfucking shot creating take over, it would definitely be him at four over Ben Simmons. But yeah, that's what makes these niggas so hard to beat, bro. They got James Harden, KD make every shot. James Harden can make every shot. Kyrie can make every shot. I think Kyrie can't dunk. And James Harden dunk like fucking crazy. He dunked like he dunked better than fucking LeBron on this game, bro. And I don't like that shit. I ain't gonna lie, his defense right there is solid. I have to reset. But you know I'm gonna do to him what he do to me. Just keep running into him. Shook. I started finally getting fouls. No, Paul George, the end of the game, and he ain't missing ice and veins. So, I'm gonna make videos on fucking playbooks. I'm gonna probably go my first three. I'm gonna probably show the tier one team. I'm gonna show the Clippers, the Sixers, and the Miami Heat. Three different types. I'm gonna show like because Sixers playbook is really good, really good. That way you could probably pick which one you like the best. And like I said, I'm gonna announce at the beginning of the video what plays are best for this team or whatever. And then the next videos I'll probably show the best plays for the Hornets, the user playbook 2, and What else is it? It's another team. Because the team I really use is the Sacramento Kings. I don't think I'm gonna show that playbook. I do not want people using a playbook that I use. I'll probably just show a bunch of. I'll use the Hornets, the Rockets, and what other team do I use? Hornets, Rockets, and I didn't like the Spurs playbook at all. So I'll probably just do Hornets, Rockets, and probably just show like a couple plays that you can add to a playbook that's pretty fucking good. Like if you got a playbook and you need like, all right, I'm using the Clipper playbook. They don't really have. I'll do the user playbook too. So if you're using a playbook and you don't wanna like you just need like one type of play, like I need a post up play for this playbook. They don't have one, but they got all the other plays I like, which is how it's supposed to be. Like with the Kings, they got like a lot of plays that I like that help in certain situations. So when I play, I can play how I like. And then maybe if I'm like, I need to post this dude up, or oh, I need a the 3 point plays on here is good for these situations, but what he's doing, I need a really good 3 point play where I can just get open, or maybe I need a solid ass pick and roll play or a cut play because he leaving somebody wide open and he can't shoot and he just taking up space. So I need a crazy cut play that forces him to guard him. So I'm gonna show those plays. I'm gonna do like part one, part two.